Hi, fourth period. I'm so sorry that I've been gone for so long now. There's a good half of the class that I feel like I only had like a week with you guys, and now I've been gone. Today we are gonna plant our pea pods because we just can't wait any longer. I've been trying to hold off until I can come back, but it looks like I'm not going to be able to return to school until Tuesday now. So we can't wait until Tuesday. I don't think our pea pods are going to last that long. So today, we're going to do a big lab. You guys are going to be so kind to your sub because I'm asking a lot. This is a big deal. Okay, so today your sub's going to put all of the materials on the big mega desk, and as you start to need them, you're going to go just kind of on your own pace, go grab materials from the front, bring it back to your desk to set up your lab. If you notice that like you and your table partner are on the same step, or maybe in your pod of 4, maybe you can volunteer to just grab some materials for everybody so that we don't have a ton of people up at the front, okay? So the materials that we're going to be using today, you're going to get 1 cup per student. We're going to use Sharpies to write on our cups. We need 4 cotton balls per student, 1 piece of string about 8 inches long that doesn't have to be exact, as close as we can get it. You're going to need dirt, plastic beakers to move the dirt, plastic spoons, water, wooden skewers, kind of think of like if you're making like a shish kebab skewers, right? And plastic spray bottles, okay? So your instructions for this lab, please watch the whole video and then you will have these instructions in front of you, but please let me explain first. So you're going to take 1 cup per student. We all get 1 plant, okay? You're going to write your first and last name on your cup. And then you're also going to write your independent variable. So remember, that's the thing that we are changing. So that should be on your plant write-up worksheet. That should be all done. What's your independent variable? So do you want to change the amount of water? Or maybe do you want to change if it's going to be natural light or artificial light? So not actual sunlight, but the lights from our building. Okay. So you're going to write that on your cup. And then after that's done, you're going to go grab 4 cotton balls and 1 piece of string. So you're going to take 1 cotton ball. You're going to tie your string to the end of the cotton ball, and you should have like a good decent amount left. Okay. The other 3, you're going to put in the bottom of your cup. Okay. Now that 4th cotton ball that you have the string tied to, you're going to place that guy in the middle, and then your piece of string should kind of hang out of the cup. Does that make sense? So next, you're going to go fill 1 plastic beaker, just the little beakers, with some dirt for planting. So you should fill a beaker, come back to your table, and you and your table partner should share this beaker of dirt. If you need to go fill it again, that's fine. But I don't want anyone bringing a big bag of dirt back to their desk. We just don't need that much, okay? So you also need 1 plastic spoon. So you should grab the spoon kind of while you're grabbing your cup of dirt, okay? When you reach this step, when you're like your cotton balls and string are in your cup, everything's written on, you have your dirt ready, you have your spoon ready, you're going to then ask the teacher, say, "Hi, I'm ready for a plant. Can you help me?" And they'll say, "Yeah, come on, get a plant." You're going to get 1 of those little squares, and that's 1 plant. So some of them might look like they have 2 sprouts coming out. That's okay. It's still 1 plant. So as soon as you ask your teacher, you're going to go get 1 square, and then you're going to carefully plant your sprout in your cup. So you're going to put your sprout in the cup on top of the cotton balls. You're going to gently kind of wrap that string around your plant really gently. And then you're going to fill the sides with dirt using your plastic spoon to scoop dirt into your cup from your plastic cup. That makes sense? So your plastic cup of dirt, your cup that you wrote on, put your plant in, you got your cotton balls in the bottom, wrap the string around, and then use a spoon to put dirt in. Hopefully this is making sense. I can't see your head nods. I'm just going to assume that you guys totally get it. You're geniuses. You got it. So think of like a slide going in circles. That's what your string should look like, right? When your plant feels secure, so you have enough dirt that it's not moving, right? You don't need dirt all the way to the top, okay? You just need it filled up to whatever you put your plant down in, that's its height, okay? That's its dirt height, okay? You do not need a cup full of dirt. I feel like some of you didn't hear it. You don't need a full cup of dirt. So when your plant feels secure, go grab 2 wooden skewers. Now this part is kind of tricky. You want to poke your skewers in to your plant really carefully so that the skewers in the dirt, probably like an inch, so that your plant can climb up and like stay secure. So think of like tomato plants, how you put like stakes in the ground. We're doing about the same thing here because your plants are going to grow up. They need something to hold on to. Remember we talked about that pea pods grow their own little tendrils? You can probably already see some on your plants. And there's a little tendril that'll start to wrap around this skewer and hold it up. It's a natural, they just naturally do this. Tomato plants don't, so we have to add some. Pea pods are really cool. So you're going to very carefully put your skewers in. You want to make sure you're not stabbing into the plant. You want to be really gentle. You can put them towards the outside and like lean them together or just like follow the stem down, okay? After you do that, you need to water your plant. And we haven't talked about how we're going to water yet, which is why I'm so sad that I'm missing this week. I'm so upset. So we're going to actually be using plastic spray bottles. I have a ton in my storage cabinet. They have the red topper on them. They only ever get used for water, okay? So there's no cross-contamination happening. You guys are going to share the water bottles around the room. When you're all set and ready to go, everything's planted, your string is coiled, everything's done, your skewers are in, you're going to water your plant. Now, if your independent variable is the amount of water you're going to use, I recommend converting that to like number of sprays, okay? So we're watching this video first, so we know what we're going to write on our cup. If right now you're watching this, you're like, oh, Miss Kay, that is what I was going to do. Start to think about how many sprays you want then. If you're not using water as your independent and you're using like sunlight or something else, the rest of us are just going to do 20 sprays. That's going to be our setup, is 20 sprays of water. Okay, so like 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way to 20. So if you want a lot of water, I would say do something more than 20 sprays. And if you're thinking you want to do a low amount of water, do less than 20 sprays. You should probably do at least 5 though, okay? We're going to be watering our plants every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I know that's a lot. And then we're going to be taking our measurements, so how tall our plant has gotten, every Monday, okay? So if that also kind of helps you decide how much water you think that your plant needs, okay? After you have your plant watered, okay, you're going to take your measurement of today's height. If we don't get to this step today, we can do this step tomorrow, okay? If we're running out of time for cleaning up, I'd rather you take your measurements tomorrow and focus on cleanup today. Just depends on how long we're taking, okay? But if you have time, you're going to go grab one of the rulers that, remember, right when you walk in the door, there's that little cubby shelf that has our paper towels on them. There's a whole basket of rulers on one of those shelves. So you're going to take your ruler and you're going to measure your highest height from your dirt level. So whatever your level of dirt is, that's like your 0. So put your ruler to your 0, so to your dirt, and you're going to measure up how tall your plant is. And you're going to write it in your table that you should have in your notebook. So if you don't, this is what it looks like. It should have, like, it should take a whole page of your notebook. We're going to be taking a lot of measurements. You should write whatever the date is today, and then what your height is. So your dependent variable goes here. It's height and units. So if it's inches, right, you're putting IN at the end. And then observations. So what does your plant look like? So we can do qualitative, which means like maybe its color, its size, its shape. And then you can also do quantitative. So how many leaves does it have right now? Is there any flowers on it? Has it grown any pea pods yet? Right? Does that make sense? Hopefully. So you write your observations there. So we're at step 13. If we have time, we'll take our height, we'll take our observations, and then when you're all done watering your plant, they need to go into plant daycare. Now, depending on what your independent variable is, that's going to be one of two spots. It's either going to be in the windowsill to get sunlight. So we've now planted our plants. We don't need that big black box in the windowsill. That can go on my desk or in the storage room. You'll put your cups gently next to each other. They're going to have to fit kind of tight so everyone can fit their cup in the windowsill. Or if you're like, no, I want artificial light, your cup needs to go on the very back counter in my storage closet. You need to ask the teacher before you go in the storage closet though, okay? So then you're going to put them into whatever daycare spot they need to be in, and then it's time to clean up. So I need our spray bottle that we use to spray down the desk before each class. You need to go grab that, spray down your desk, and wipe down your desk. Make sure there's no dirt left on your desk. Also, you need to look at the floor around your table. Is there any dirt on the floor? There is a broom right when you walk in the storage closet. If you turn to the right, there's a broom there and a dustpan. I also have a Swiffer, okay? So no reason that we should be leaving our classroom messy at all. Miss Walker does not need to come clean up our plant mess, okay? Deal? All right, if you have any questions, read through again, lean on your peers. You can ask your teacher. I will try and make sure, especially during your guys' class, I am watching my email in case we have any big questions, okay? You guys got this. I miss you guys so much. Please be so good, and I will hopefully see you on Tuesday, and I can see our beautiful planted pea pods, okay? Have fun. Make sure you clean up. You guys got this. All right. I'll see you later.